Hello everyone, how you all doing? Philip here, so known as PS or PSNF. So a few months ago I started this video series about a manga reading challenge that a friend of ours, Fernando Gatatetsu, created. And the challenge was to read 52 mangas, so one manga per week in the year. And it was a challenge for the whole year of 2018. And I'm doing some sort of a cheat video kind of thing. I did the first one already, including the first 23 weeks, which was the first 3 months. And now we already ended June, so I figured I should do another one with 23 more volumes of, or 13 more volumes. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm getting my numbers mixed up. 13 more numbers of mangas that fit into this challenge. So let's get on with the categories. You can check out the original video and my first video of the series on the descriptions below. You're up to category 14, which was a manga that is super famous, and I have one with me right now, which is Naruto. You know, it's very cliche, but I like Naruto. I know it's not supposed to be for my age. It's supposed to be for little kids, but it's fun. I like reading it. So I read it. Who cares? Who's gonna stop me? So yeah, next up, next category, a manga of alternative gekiga style. I'm not really sure what gekiga means, but I picked this one up. I checked the definition back when I was selecting the books. I think it's about ninjas and samurais, or more samurais, not ninjas. And the one I picked was Lone Wolf and Cub, which is very thick volume. You can see it here. We only have 2 volumes of this. It's all right. It's not. I don't like it particularly, but it has some interesting stories in it. So I don't know. It's okay. Category number 16, manga of non-fiction. I haven't had any in my collection, so I checked online for some different ones that I could possibly check out, and one I ended up concluding that I would like to read would be called Showa. So I have that online and I'm starting to read it. I haven't really gotten that much into it, so I don't have an opinion yet, but yeah, that's the one I want to read. Category number 17, a manga that is borrowed, and I have one right here. It's called Parasyte. Haven't read it yet. It looks like this, hand with eyes on it, and it's supposedly some sort of horror. They arrive in silence and darkness, they descend from the skies, they have a hunger for human flesh, they are everywhere. So yeah, might be interesting, might not. Have to check it out. I have 3 volumes of it here. They belong to Christina, and I'm gonna check them out and see if it's any good or not. Next category, manga western or steampunk. I selected Jabberwocky. I haven't read it yet, but that's the selection that I did. Sci-fi manga. I picked Gundam. I read all through Gundam. It's really cool. I really love it. So that's the choice that I made. A manga with a harem or reverse harem situation. I picked one that I've been reading, and I feel a bit bad for admitting this in public, but one I've been reading is called Kangoku Gakuen, and it's the story of 4 students that male students that enter an all-female college, and well, the females have a very anti-guys policy, and there are a lot of fan service drawings on it, and the story is mostly all about sex, and it's comedy as well, and coming of age, but it's that part wasn't really pushing me into it, but then I read enough of it that I reached a part where it's more of planning prison break kind of thing, because the guys are made guilty of something and then they are locked in this situation where they are students but they are also prisoners at the same time, and they're trying to get out but without the guards noticing, and there's a lot of interesting plots and twists on it, so I really found that part more interesting. So yeah, that's the harem manga that I picked, that I've been reading. Category number 21, a manga featuring slice of life thing. I haven't had any of them. I don't really read slice of life stuff. I searched in the internet for a few and I found this really short one called Solanin. So I'm gonna check that one out. I read a few pages of it already. It seemed okay. But I'm curious to see how it evolves, and I picked this one because it's short, and that way I can not cheat as much as I'm cheating on some of the other categories that I'm just like reading one page and thinking and then not reading it at all. Anyways, category number 22, a thriller mystery manga, and I picked Deathnote because we have a lot of them here at home. Christina is crazy about Deathnote, so she has all the volumes and special editions and whatnot. And yeah, I read it once already all through, so I'm just gonna reread it or check a few pages. Oh, I just did it now. So, but no, I will really read the volume again. I hope I don't get hooked on it again and have to read the whole thing. It happens sometimes. Category number 23, a manga drawn by a non-Japanese guy. I searched the internet for this, I didn't know anyone. And I found this one made by an Australian guy. It's called Deltora Quest. So I got that on my tablet and I'm gonna check out some issues of that and see if it's any good or not. Manga with more than 500 pages. This is category 24. And for this one I picked Akira, the Motherload. This is just volume 1. It's quite thick and it has a lot more volumes. And this one alone is already 360 something. And this is just part 1. It's overall, it's like 6 volumes, I think. So, and we have them all. So. Category number 25, a manga that won an award. And for this one, I picked a manga that I've been reading recently. It's called The Made in Abyss. There's also an anime, and actually the anime was one that won the award. It was like best anime of 2018 or 2017. And I checked the first season of it on anime, and I liked it. And I want to know how the story goes on, but the anime is still doing the second season, so I went and checked out the manga instead. And I've been reading throughout the whole manga, and it's pretty good. The characters are cute. It has a nice plot line. It's curious that you're going down on the world instead of going up, or instead of exploring the stuff around. So it has that curious regard. But the world seems interesting so far. So we'll see how it evolves. Category number 26, and the last one for this video, will be a manga which the title has not been changed from the Japanese. I'm not entirely sure, I didn't look it up, but I think Hunter x Hunter is originally like that. It has the Japanese characters there, and I think they mean Hunter x Hunter themselves. So yeah. And yeah, I already read all through Hunter x Hunter. I'm like waiting for new issues to come out every week. So yeah, I recommend it. It's nice. It's a bit like Naruto style kind of thing, you know, little cute character that starts leveling up and finding new challenges and stuff. And yeah. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think below, if you would have chosen different books for the different categories, if you already know some of these mangas or not. What are your opinions on that? And yeah, that's it. See you next time for another video. Bye bye everyone. Take care.